Hey guys, really quickly, I came on to make a video. As you guys know, we're coming to an end in December. Christmas is coming up, and before we know it, it'll be January. And I am planning to do a no spend January because I'm going back to work in January, and I'm planning to do a no spend January. And I'm going to be doing a lot of budgeting on my channel starting in January. I'm going to at least be doing 2 or 3 budget videos to add in the mix of my videos this coming year each month. And so I wanted to kick it off by coming on and seeing how many of you would be interested in doing a no spend January with me. In January, I mean, you're gonna have to pay for your expenses, you know, your mortgage and things like that, but like no clothes, shopping, and things that you can live without for a month, and see how much money you can save by doing that. But as I was coming on to tell you guys that and what I was planning to do, I wanted to think of a way to help you get through the no spend January. So what I did was come up with a way to make extra money on the side if you work full-time or work part-time if you're a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to give you some tips. I have 21 things here. Some of these are kind of out of the blue at the end, but it is something that I'm considering doing. And it's up to you whether you would want to do it or not, or if you'd even be able to do it. But there are a lot of easier things that I have on here. I have something on here that everybody can do to make a little bit of extra money in January. And in 2023, I am planning on doing as many extra things I can on the side of my job and seeing how much I can save up just through extra side hustle income for the year. I might save it up throughout the year, but I'm going to keep a tally of how much I make of extra income every month, and at the end of the year we're going to add it up together and see how much in 12 months we can make. So I guess we'll start off with number 1. Y'all have heard me say it before: Fetch Rewards. Always scan all of your receipts. Even if you're doing a no spend, you're still going to have to buy groceries, you're still going to have to buy laundry detergent. Scan those receipts, and by the end of the year you'll have a few $10-15 gift cards to buy Christmas gifts. Number 2 is Rakuten. I will link Fetch Rewards and Rakuten down below. Rakuten right now, if you use my code, so if you put my code in when you sign up for Rakuten, once you spend $30, you will get a $30 gift card or $30 cash back on the first purchase that you spend of $30. And then I will also get $30. This is not promoted or anything. It's just a special that my page is doing on Rakuten. And so I will link that down below. And they pay you out quarterly. So you don't get the check whenever you want it, but it does add up. And they do pay you 4 times a year or 5 times a year. I'm not sure how many times, but it's quarterly. Can't process that right now. Number 3 is Survey Junkie. They don't make a ton of money, but you can make like 50 cents to $1 to $2 per survey. It is kind of time consuming, but I have made some money on there and transferred it to my PayPal account and cashed it out. I wanted to tell y'all things that I know 100% worked. Number 4 is have a garage sale. You may not make a lot of money, but while you're doing your no spend January, box up a bunch of stuff that you're not using. Hold it in your spare room or your closet or whatever in a box, and in the springtime, summertime, pull that stuff out and have a garage sale and see how much money you can make with it instead of donating it. And afterwards, you can always donate if you want. Number 5 is resell your kids' clothes at consignment. If you've never heard of Once Upon a Child, you can resell kids' clothes, and I think the most I've gotten is $100, but it's a little bit, and it's better than nothing, and better than me going and giving it away. I made a little bit of income to pay for my kids' next sizes that they needed. The next thing is to resell your clothes, especially women's clothes. Play-Doh Closet, and I think it's called Mentor's Closet or something like that. Clothing Mentor will buy women's clothes and purses and shoes that are in season or in style. Number 7 is Facebook Marketplace. I've had luck on Facebook Marketplace once or twice, not very often, but it is an option out there. It's just not the route that I normally take, but some people, it works really well for them. Number 8, pick up a side job is DoorDash, Grubhub. You can deliver groceries. I probably won't do one of these myself just because I have kids 24/7 and I just don't trust myself going to random people's houses. But if it's something that you're willing and up to doing, then go ahead. Number 9 is resale from thrifting. If you guys don't know, I love to thrift, And around where I live, we have a ton of flea markets, and you can open up a booth for like $25 a month and sell your items. And whatever sells, they deduct it from your $25 rent, and you get a check. Sometimes I get $50, sometimes it's $30. Last month I got $200. So if you have a flea market that does that in your area, definitely look into it. You have to put a little bit of money up front, but if you're passionate about it, you will make a little bit. Number 10 is kind of like flea market as well, but if you don't have a flea market, you can do Mercari, Poshmark, or eBay. All of those work except for you have to ship them. But I do those on the side sometimes as well. I've kind of slacked off on them. Number 11 is Shopkick. It's another app kind of like Fetch Rewards, except for they pay you for walking into stores. Number 12 is a new one that I've heard about, and I'm fixing to give it a try. It's called Quick Thoughts app, and I will try to link all the things and apps down below. It's basically, I think, where you go on and like, it's kind of like Survey Junkie, and you do surveys and they pay you through PayPal. Number 13, if you're a big soda drinker, collect your cans and then sell them. You're not going to make a lot, but if you collect them for the whole year and go and bring them to your donation site, you could probably get a few dollars. Pick pecans. We have like 5 pecan trees, so when it's season for pecans to start falling, you can bet you I'm going to be out there picking up all those pecans, and I don't eat pecans, so I'm going to be selling them. Number 14, make a YouTube channel. I don't make a lot of money, or I don't make anything off of YouTube, but it's fun for me, and hopefully one day I will be there and be able to make a little bit. So if you're passionate about something, upload it. People love to see that kind of stuff. I know I've inspired a few people to make channels on YouTube, and people have inspired me to make YouTube channels, so give it a try. Like the budgeting videos that I'm going to be doing, I got that inspiration from watching budgeting channels and enjoying learning where my money is going to the minimum dollar in my account. So people inspire people in different ways, and just give it a try. Number 15 is TikTok. I have a TikTok account. I will link it down below. For some reason, I get more followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube. I'm almost up to 1,000 followers on TikTok, and I started out at 0. I worked my way up, and every day I've been getting 3 or 4 more new followers. So I would definitely recommend TikTok if you are good with like the trends and different things. But there are also other things you can do on TikTok. You don't have to just do dances and things like that. OnlyFans, it's not something that I would typically do, but I've heard of people selling feet pictures. Like I said, not something that I would do, but it is an option out there, kind of like TikTok. Except for OnlyFans, you have to pay and have a certain amount of followers to be able to make an OnlyFans. Number 16, when you have that garage sale, bake some cookies and buy some sodas and sell them at your garage sale. So have a bake sale. Number 17, mow grass for people. I'm sure your neighbors would love to pay you $20 to go and mow their grass for them so they don't have to do it. Number 18, Nanny Lane or Care.com. I use Nanny Lane for my sitter whenever I'm working, and so it's a good place to find a sitter, and you can interview them, and it's a good way to put yourself out there if you're a stay-at-home mom and you're willing to pick up and keep a few kids in your house, just from some extra income. Now, my last 3, y'all are probably going to think I'm crazy, but it is something that I've considered doing. Number 19 is a plasma donation. This one's not as crazy as the last 2, but plasma donation starts out at like $150 where I live. I just don't weigh enough to donate plasma, so I can't do it. But it is something that I did consider at one point. Number 19, you have to be between the ages of 19 and 31, depending on where you live and what area you're going to. And it's an egg or sperm donation, and you can be anonymous. It is something that I have thought about. They pay between $4,000 and $10,000 per retrieval. I think it's how it works. And if they get a positive pregnancy and have a baby, you get paid through the whole journey. And it is something that I have put an application in for to donate. I am not at this time planning to have any more kids, and so I have not tied my tubes or anything, but I have always wanted to help somebody have a family. And so if I can make a little bit of money helping someone to have a family, be anonymous, and never know where my egg goes, I would be completely fine with that and open to donating to a family that wants a family and can't have one on their own. And the next thing that ties into it is surrogacy. It's something that I've considered, but it is not something that I think I could do just because there is an attachment there for 9 months. And so for myself, an egg donation would be better for me to give back and make a little bit and do it a few times other than just doing a surrogacy once and being done. I would be too scared of there being an attachment, and that's why with egg donation you can be anonymous and you don't have to ever know what comes of it. And so it's why I have considered that route instead of surrogacy. But it is there, it is becoming more popular, and if you're in that age range and willing to do that, you have to pass very strict guidelines. So I don't even know if I am able to do it yet. I've already submitted my application, but it is in review still. So it's an option. Not, it's a very hard thing to come to a decision to, but for the last year or so I have contemplated on doing it or not, and so I decided just to put an application in and see where it goes. So I hope you guys decide to do No Spend January with me, and hope that some of these things help you to have a little bit of extra income this year. And if you are interested in doing some of these things and keeping a total of how much you make in your side job this year, let me know in the comments down below so we can do it together. Bye.